Thanks for staying with us. So it's another milestone for Your View as we clocked 8 years on Saturday. We were super excited to grow with our audience. We appreciate all our fans for sticking with us through the years. We'd have loved to do a huge celebration, but in view of all that's happening in the country, it's just so difficult to celebrate. So we're celebrating in line with the tone and with the tone of the country at this time. So, but we'll be taking in anniversary greetings from our fans. You can call in on 081-270-53687. You can also call us on 091-390-76948. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag View TVC so we can read your tweets. We always love to share the story of how we started because at the beginning, you could hardly find a TV program that had all women. There was a mix. There's usually one guy here. And when we wanted to start the show, I remember Mr. Lemi was like, the first day I told Mr. Lemi about the show, that was our former managing director. Yeah, in fact, he just said, no problem. Fantastic. He got it. He caught the vision on the first sentence. But every other person was like, what are they talking about? What exactly? They were calling us that. But because we had...
Like, we want to discuss kitchen matters, soup, and all of those things.
But because we had him standing solidly behind me, even regardless of all the naysayers, it won't work, they don't know anything about politics, I know those women, who are they, what do they know? You know, but somehow he stuck by us. He just give them time. Then late RDJ came to train us on speaking, how he was what that started when callers calling. And I say, thanks for calling. What do I say? Wait, thanks for calling. You're live. Go ahead, please. He was one that told me that you have to tell the callers that they are live, so they know they are live. If not, they'll just think that they're still talking to the operator. You know, so little things like that. You know, he'll tell us to be nice. He tells us to take our spoon. We should never leave our teaspoon in the cups. You know, little things that we didn't pay attention to. But the late RDJ was there for us, and it's been 8 years. And we are continuing. Nothing is stopping us by God's special grace. We're still growing. And I'd like you ladies to say a few things before we take in our callers. Nima Akasha Zibiri, would you like to start?
Okay. You know me, I was late on just a little bit late.
So 2 years,
yes. No, it was 6 months.
Really?
From the beginning,
After
yes, you started in 2013. I joined 2014, February.
Wow, imagine that.
So it was just a few months. But I watched the very first episode. Myself and Gufran will sit at the TV while I'm working.
I think I got a message from your husband or something, saying that his wife wanted to audition.
No, it wasn't my husband. I mailed directly.
No, okay, I know I got
maybe someone else had joined. Maybe someone else had sent you a mail. But I remember my mail came in when Laide was about to leave, and then you advertised. We were both watching that morning.
Yes.
I was saying, don't send any mail. I said, I would send a mail. I said, okay, let me read the mail. So I blind copied him on my mail.
Right.
Maybe you'd see it later. But I remember joining, and I loved the fact that women were talking serious. I used to have that kind of talk, and people wonder, you too forward with my dad, my Alaris. And I would continue talking like that, and nobody found interest in my kind of conversation. So I found a platform where those kind of conversations made sense. And I had that opportunity. I don't take it for granted ever. I always say to my neighbors, I say, now, that noise I used to make, I get paid for making that noise. So talking politics is interesting. Talking development is interesting. And the platform Your View gives is so amazing that, you know, the impact, you test it, you see it. I lived in a place where, if they didn't have a voice, I wonder what will happen there. There's still a lot of room for development, but I know the level of development I've seen, the things I've mentioned sitting on the show every day, that I see change.
Wow. Fantastic.
In fact, I must toilet to the present governor. Reason is because a lot of things that happened after he came into office that I didn't expect, because I didn't see him as someone responsive to anything that I would say. But gradually, you would see his presence. He will come in, quietly leave, and then you start to see changes. So I believe that continuously, things will turn out for the best, will get better. But you know, when you pass through Kirikiri Comfortable Road today, and I know just before the elections what it was like driving through that road as an alternative to Mautu. I'm telling you, someone just has to say it. But the platform. Yes, the platform is one that is listened to across the world.
Right.
And you can test it. I've had calls from South Korea.
Yeah.
Someone will reach out to me and say, I'm watching your show. I have friends in Dubai watching. I have friends watching from some
remote.
Peru. I got a call from
a friend of mine saw me on the show and referred her job in the UK with my name.
Ah.
And they just Googled it.
Are you serious?
And she said to me, Nima, your name is why I got my job. They just Googled you. I never got to call.
Nima has blown. Topsy tops.
I'm very grateful to God. You know, I was speaking in a Zoom mentoring session on Saturday, and I was talking about how I met Morayo, and somebody was like, divine orchestration. You know, divine orchestration. And sometimes people always just, I could just say it's God, but I left my house, you know, and I showed up. And many times I try to always draw, and I thank God for the platform because it has given me the ability to do what I know I'm called to do, which is to teach. And I have seen how many lives have been transformed by the little things we share in our banter, how we raise our children, how we deal with conflicts with our husbands, how we apologize and we don't apologize. Like every little thing we do, cutting my hair on the show, everybody saying they went natural because I went natural.
The whole of TVC went natural because you went natural.
Like, it's the little things.
Yes.
And divine orchestration is good. We can all say there was grace because you can't deny it. Like it is very obvious. God wanted your view to happen, and God brought people in, some people out, some people in over the course of the past 8 years. Yet there's the part of efficiency and consistency and persistent work of everybody here. You know? So I bless God for the platform.
You know something I tell somebody. I said, I'm going to write a book on Tokwe Makoto because I saw the process. Yeah. I can write a whole book on your starting point. And I mean, I didn't know you before your view, but I could see the intention, how you actually intentionally wanted to grow from what you were. And I'm just waiting for when God finishes all the big work He's doing in your life, I cannot have enough to write a whole novel because somebody needs to read you to know that it is possible. No matter where you are in life, it is possible, and I'm so grateful that.
And I also want to, because we're always known from this show, but being honest about our journey and our emotions and all of that. I think that many people don't understand the struggle of managing women and our differences. And I must always say that, you know, there's some things that Mariah will just hear and she will keep quiet. And I'm like,
very mature.
You know, like the ability to absorb, the ability to hear things and the Holy Spirit guiding us to keep quiet, the maturity, the emotional intelligence. One, if somebody else was the one moderating the show, would not still be here because somebody would have vexed and run away. But, you know, everything, there's a divine orchestration to how the show came about. And many people will try to replicate this, but it is not, you know, you can photocopy or easy. It would always be a photocopy. Chart your course. There would be stumbling blocks, but we're still here. And for that, I'm grateful to God.
There's a grace on Morayo that, you know, that tells you this is her vision and her calling. So it's beyond, I want to put women together to discuss politics and policies. It's more like this is what I have been called to do. Because the way you segue into all of the issues that come your way, how you handle, how your leadership style, sometimes when I sit back, I'm like, the thing is feeling me. Like, Morayo. I'll now tell myself, if not for the style that she has used for this situation, we may have scattered this whole thing. So it's beyond a platform. It's more like a vision.
That's your own story.
Yeah.
So
I would say I stumbled on your view because I knew there was a show, somebody had mentioned something, but I'd never watched. Yeah. And I remember the first time I came on the set, I was still doing my tour for my music, and I felt I was going to be interviewed for my songs. Yeah. And I finished the show that day, and my husband said, "They didn't even ask you anything about your music." And I'm like, I don't know. They gave me newspaper to read. And being someone who studied political science in school, I never was interested in politics. Like, it was something strange. See, that conversation you have, and people are saying you are talking, it's not my thing. Pure entertainment was my thing. But then, your view has helped me to grow. Your view has put me in a position where I can sit and have very strong, intelligent conversations. And everybody's like, who is that babe? I'll say, I was made by Your View. It's been a wonderful platform. But aside from it being a platform, it's more like a family. No matter what happens, and we all live here one day, and something happens, and we all have to grow into something else, we will always have a bond. We'll always have we'll always remember one another.
Let me take this call from Thank God. Thank God, are you there? We're thanking God today, so we're happy you're the first caller.
I'm with you.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
I'm happy. I congratulate you once again.
Thank you, sir.
For your 8 years anniversary. I'm happy to be live here today. I've been trying to come to thank you and to appreciate your good work.
Thank you, sir.
I think this is one of the best programs that I enjoy on television.
Thank you, sir.
Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I cannot but also remember that this show started with different kinds of women.
Yes.
You know, we had some amazing women. We had Laide, who was a fantastic. We had Uwa, Osayume Saleh. We had Jumoke Alaweje Jones. Even till today, people are asking, how is Jumoke? How is Jumoke? These are people that, and Sandra Eze, yes. So these are people that you said that divinely were appointed at the time. They came. God gave us the grace to bring these people together, and they were quite impactful. Yes, they had to move on for various reasons, but I am even glad that each of them are doing great in their various works. You see, no matter how great they become, I can always say, yes, we were part of that.
Yes.
They passed through Your View. So their success is our success in any way. So I'm grateful to God that Jumoke passed through here. I'm grateful that Uwa passed through here. I'm grateful that Sanzi passed through here. I'm grateful that Laide passed through here. These are people that we are proud of where they are today. And I'm thankful to God. We're going to take in more calls and some tweets. Let me take this call. Good morning. Are you there? Oh, I think we're going on a quick break. When we come back, we'll now take that call. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So we're still celebrating Your View at 8 years. What were some of the most memorable moments you would say? Let me start with Nima on your show.
Memorable relationships. So aside making friends and having a sisterly bond, we had our moments of, mistakes and errors. But I remember feedbacks from RDJ when I just joined. And, when I joined, I sort of got a lot of other things clogging my growth. I just felt I withdrew into my shell. And every day when I'm going to say, let me see you, Nima. That's not who we auditioned. Where are you? I'm trying to look for the lady that came for audition. I'll be looking at him like, what is he saying? Well, I didn't know until one time he gave me the feedback on, I said, I have a video of you. I have a picture of you. I need you to be that person on the show. I have stage fright. To date, I still have a problem. If my camera's light goes red on my face, I'm going to look somewhere else. So at least I opened up and he helped me. And I like the messages from Mr. Lemmy. Whenever I goof on the show or I say something nice on the show, I get that feedback. Those were things that I valued beyond understanding. When I'm going to, I keep going back to reading them and saying, you can do better. I'm someone that I don't talk about, I don't sit and, talk about the things I do. I want to have a private family life as opposed to TV. And I'm struggling between separating both. And when somebody spots it and is assisting me, it's valuable for me.
Great.
So memorable interviews for me was the first time, imagine small me, interview a sitting governor in Lagos State at the time. I remember my blue jacket. BRF at the time. My blue jacket, I still remember that jacket. And when he approached me, my fear was if he extends his hand and I say, no, I'm not shaking hands, will he be rude? And the gentleman that he is, he just took a bow. After shaking everybody, he got to me and he took a bow. It's rare to find such a, somebody that understands.
Let me take this quick call. Bola, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yes, I'm on.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, it was this Your View I made to know of TVC station. And I really so much appreciate you people. I love the way, especially Auntie Morayo, since I'm able to get used to you from since your birthday. Salam alaikum. Auntie Sope, I love your struggle. I will contact you one day. Auntie Pixie, the lion in the house. And I guess that Miriam is on break. And our grandma at 60. In fact, because of her, all those are stiletto shoes. I dropped my mind.
We will steal it together.
Thank you very much. God bless you. I've learned a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. High points, Tokwe.
Memorable interviews. We interviewed we've interviewed several governors now, but the first was BRF. While he was serving, then we interviewed Governor Ambode before he became governor, after he became governor. Then we went to the State House. Like, that was, it was a bit...
To interview who?
To interview the First Lady,
Yes,
Aisha Buhari.
We
interviewed Aisha Buhari, and, you know, it was interesting to see a different perspective of someone at that level.
Do you remember that?
Yes, behind the scenes. What you see is not what happens.
A totally different person.
The ADC was like, was looking at her with really firm face. Like,
she said they are warning me.
Say a word.
Yes, and she said so.
She said they are warning me. They don't want me to be myself.
They don't want me to talk.
Yes.
That woman, I can never forget that one story. She'll be staring at the first lady as if to buy sock from Mama.
And it gave me a different perspective. You know, a different perspective of how I see people in political power, because they're not really, sometimes some of the things they say are not what they want to say, and some of the things are outside their control. They really want to help. Like all those private meetings we have with BRF where it would break down. CEO, you're not seeing this perspective of what's going on. That was very important. Then there was some mind-blowing platform that, like, some things that we just mentioned on the show, and then somebody would just say, I want to help that person. Like when we did the Okada driver that refunded money, and then somebody called and said, I want to appreciate that person, and then they send money. Or BC would mention, I want to help teachers, and somebody would call and say, tell me BC to account number. I want to sponsor a few teachers. You know, that little thing.
The blue-eyed lady, the Quara lady.
Yeah.
The blue-eyed lady. It was because we
Yes.
discussed her here that the First Lady reached out and, you know, assisted her family.
Let me take Tonya from Sokoto. Hello, are you there?
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Auntie Morayo. I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I've been following your show for like 4 years now.
Wow.
The show has been keeping me going, especially my period of pregnancy, you know, this morning sickness. That's what actually led me to the show. I've never known about it, but when I just got pregnant, early in the morning, I'll just leave the TV on, and I'll just feel like women talking, you know, I just got interested. And one thing that always makes me happy about the show is when you hear one person's view, you think you heard all. The next person you're going to hear something very, very different and something captivating. When you hear the third person, it just blow your mind like, wow, I love you, Mariah. I love my dad.
Thank you very much.
We love you too.
So we have a lot of tweets.
Yes, go ahead.
We take.
You can take it and we'll come to BC. Go ahead. You have tweets.
Okay, Patience. Someone says, I celebrate with you guys. You are the best. Ever since I bumped into the show, I barely can do anything without viewing it daily. You guys are real. I love the way you analyze issues. No taking sides, just being objective. God bless you and increase you more wins. Biliki is one of our very constant, Twitter fan. Biliki Morenikel Ladi Dimafe says, congratulations, I didn't start with you, but when I discovered your view, it's been a thrill joining you every day for the week. I always look forward to your brilliance, insights, and discussions. Keep up the fantastic work. Love you all, ladies.
Actually, high points.
High points for me was several. So we've had very interesting conversations with the former governor of Lagos State, Fashola. And, you know, I've also remembered the time Obi Ezekwesili was on the show. She's a woman that we admire. You know, sometimes we have women we love here and we celebrate them, women that are doing amazing. And another thing that, you know, gets to me is the fact that when we discuss issues here, I realize that the government is listening. So I don't know exactly who is watching, whether it's the president that is watching or the governors. But I know that the next day, they will come to the papers to respond to us. Yeah. And we had, you know, some newspaper houses that will omit our names before. And I'm like, this conversation was from your view. This person said this. Till we got upset with some of them.
Recently.
Removed their, yes.
We talked about
so they respond. So they watch the show, they listen to us, and then they respond. And for those things that they can easily change, we see that they actually effect that change.
Yes.
And, you know, it's been a wonderful platform to know that you speak and people in leadership hear you and they respond to you. And also, there was a time I met, we were coming out of, I think it was your birthday celebration, and we bumped into Babil. And he said, oh, the Ajulu. And I was like, you know, apparently he watches the show and he knows everybody. So the platform has actually been quite
huge. You brought him to the show?
He promised he was going to come. He ran away. He didn't come.
I have Neka. Neka, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
I want to congratulate you, especially Morayo. You are a rare breed.
Yes.
To us in general, your program has really impacted positively to us. I'm an ardent viewer of your program.
Wow.
I love you guys. You people are doing a great job.
Thank you.
My love goes to Zubri Kashat. She's my Kanda woman. I love her vocal, her bluntness. I love you, darling.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Let's take a few tweets as we wrap up.
Okay, Olajumoke Ajayi says, happy anniversary. I never miss the show. It's part of my weekday routine. Once I finish watching the show, I would then go and do other things. I love you all. You're real. I love Morayo. She's an inspiration. I love you all again.
Omo Lareni says, congratulations, ladies. You make me a better person in my marriage. And I really want to talk about that because the impact, I cannot count how many people tweet messages, talk about how when we discuss marital issues, our advice reforms what's going on. Some people call their husbands, come and sit down and listen, and some call their wives and play it again. That can you hear what they are saying they do and what you should do? And that's huge. Some people, their career path has changed because of what we mentioned on the show. They become more focused. They become more spiritual.
Okay, let me remind our viewers, because when this thing started, my first conversation with this show was, aside from Mr. Lemmy, is our producer, which I'm going to acknowledge all our producers very soon. Mr. Lukman Musa was the beginning. He was our first producer. He and a young lady called Fumi. I can't remember. Ejefe, yes, Ejefe. And we sat down together. I think Yinka, Ajija Didun, we were all sitting down trying to put this together. And it was very clear what I wanted to do. I didn't want professionals. I didn't want journalists. It was very clear. I wanted regular women who had an opinion, who to come on television and show Nigerians that women have a view on social issues, political issues, governance, and moral values and all that. So we wanted to show that we have a voice. And we've done that because people judge us, that thing you did. Listen, we are women.
That's why
that's what we're here for. It's been 8 years, and we didn't start perfect. We've grown, and we'll continue to grow. But the idea is that we must show Nigerians. A lot of leaders watch our show and they have a sense of what women are thinking. Reality, what people are thinking.
The pulse of the people.
They get a pulse of what Nigerians are feeling. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity. But I must acknowledge our producers. I mean, as I said, they cannot be your show with your view without the producers.
Yeah.
Yes. They have an amazing team of production teams.
Over the years.
They put things together in which, as I said, we started with Ms. Lukman Musa, who was supervising producer.
You want to try
He sat down.
It was
Mr. Musa that created paper review. I didn't think of paper review. He said, Mara, let's put paper review. He insisted we put, I didn't want to, I was wondering, what are we going to talk about? FEC. You know, hot topic, I think it was Fumi that said we should call it hot topic. You know, people, they forced me, the logo we had, they forced me to a standstill. And that one, I put my foot down. This is going to be the logo, whether I like it or not. But it was a great team of people that started this show, and I have to acknowledge them. And today we have Dolapo Maradesa.
But then we had BC too. Let's mention
we had
Adebisi. What's her name?
Adebisi Taiwo. And then we had came on the show.
MM of Wake Up.
That you see on Wake Up that it looks very good. That guy was a very firm producer. I say tough.
MM is a fantastic producer.
She was a tough producer. She was a great producer.
Yeah.
You know, MM as her story is another day. She would listen to us, you know, would share our thoughts, and she said, "I heard you,
but this is what we're doing."
I'll get back to you. It's a firm face, and I'm a boss. I've heard you. I'll get back to you. And you realize that?
I can imagine.
Yeah, but so
now
she's a great producer. Now we have Dolapo Maradesa, we have Bolaji, Ogoli, we have Bumi. Omokewa, we have Okwe, we have Mr. Kola, and your show, we have, who else? We have directors, we have Bukola, we have quite a number of them. The show can never be without you guys. We love you. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless all of you.
So we need to wrap up, but I'm told that we have a lot of calls. So maybe we can open the phone lines to say, let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll take the calls. And then we wrap up because we have to snap back to reality.
Yes, sir.
We just kidnapped 200 children. So let us celebrate a little and then go to reality. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So we are still celebrating. I want to hear from our viewers. But very soon we'll be wrapping up on this. But let me just hear from Tolu from Okota. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Thanks. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Auntie Mariah, Auntie Miriam, Auntie Chuck, Auntie BC, thank you so much. I'm a diehard fan. My husband introduced me to your view before I got married. That was last year. I knew I was just a regular follower. But every day ever since. In fact, I watch from YouTube, but I can still go back. But I set alarm for 9 o'clock just so I don't miss it. I mean, I must say that your view has really changed my perspective to life.
Thank you.
I'm a very young lady, and I can say that when I sit in the midst of people, your opinions are really shaping how I relate with people. And I must say I'm really grateful for your modesty, for your originality, for being vulnerable. You show to us that we can go to any extent. We are unlimited as ladies. And I must say that you ladies have set standards for us that it's so easy to take the path.
Thank you so much. All right.
I wanted to give a straight feedback. So, you know, when I joined, it was abnormal to find someone fully covered like this. Yeah. Even when I was coming for audition, I knew that if they don't take me, I'll just be going no more, you know. People had this mindset that a Muslim cannot be on a show like this. So thank you for having that idea, because that idea sealed it. I remember at some point I was thinking, this suffer is too much, my journey to work and everything. I was at that place where I just thought, I'll just go home. And so I went to the Oriental for a very big Islamic event at the Oriental, and one elderly man just called me out of the crowd. It's you. I know you, because my disguise is usually not to wear makeup and cover fully to my eyebrow. And I said, it's you, it's Nima. You know Nima. I said, I want to leave the show, Abi. No, I am not. He said, don't try it. You know what your impact is, how it has inspired lives and touched lives. And it was a big Islamic event. I don't want to mention, it was the event of all events for Muslims. And that feedback for me, it was like, I just kept getting that feedback around the event. Anytime she's the one, you know. And people kept saying, don't even try it. Because for them, it was too huge.
An opportunity.
Having one, even if, you know, one at least on such a show of that magnitude. And I don't take it for granted also. I must say, I always say it. I rarely would believe, and I don't think it will happen in a hurry. It will be someone who will see the impact and later maybe think it's a good idea. But for someone to sit out of the blue and make an idea of having a Muslim on the show, it's a huge one.
Thank you very much. Let me take this call and I'll come to that. Yakub, are you there? Yakub, we have to thank you. Yakub,
he's been on the show.
We are praying for one day where we'll have a party and Yakub will be the chairman.
I'm there. I'm much around. I'm there. I don't have much to say rather than say that I really give thanks to God Almighty Allah, because I could boast that we started this program together.
Yes, so
I don't think I've ever missed one day. Why? Because there's a time I called to the program, you asked me that day, where have you been? I said that I travel out of Lagos, and then you told me that day that I can even watch you people on phone. Since that day, and download the TVC on mobile app. Everywhere I go with your view. One thing about this program is this. Some people don't know this. This program has touched a lot of lives. A lot of lives. Mariah, you don't know what you are doing now. You don't know. In fact, I've been imagining now. When this program on live will disclose 50 years on program on live. 50 years. In fact, that time, all of us, I pray to God Almighty Allah, all of us live to witness that very particular time, so that we'll be able to tell our story. If you don't mind, quickly, I will just take your instructions to pray for you people in Arabic, and then I'm very sure my sister Nima will translate it in Yoruba or English to you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan. وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Thank you. Good morning. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. He's just blessed us with all the goodness of the world and the goodness of the hereafter.
We have to wrap up, but let me say 3 things. First, bringing you on was intentional, because when we started the show, every small thing on Monday morning, oh, church was great, pastor preached like this, pastor preached like that. I'm thinking, we're not a show of Christians now. I mean, it was good for you to share your church stories. But at the same time, I didn't want to stop you from sharing your Christian stories. But I knew that we needed a Muslim because we can't just all be Christians on the show. So it was a very deliberate. That's why when we went for auditions, we're specifically looking for Muslims. And even when we're auditioning, I was specifically looking for somebody who wasn't just a Muslim, a liberal Muslim, but a strong Muslim who believed in her faith, who was very confident in her faith. And that's why we brought you on. So there were other Muslims who were just great, but we wanted somebody who knew the religion and who could defend the religion so that we don't just look like a Christian platform. That was key. Secondly, because as I wrap up, I tell people that one of my greatest desires is to be able to hand over this show to the next generation. So I'm first of all happy that there are lots of people replicating this. It's a good thing. For me, it's a good thing. Like, people are replicating the show. I am happy. I believe it's part of our success.
Yes.
That more shows are coming out like this. It's a great thing. Yes. And more young people are going to come. So we hope in future, after we are done, because, okay, guys, I'm handing over. I'm looking at you, as I am right here. I don't want to say I'm scouting, but I pay attention to young people around me. Those who I feel that, okay, this looks like somebody who is level-headed, that can handle, because I'm getting to that age where, okay, you must be able to get to the next gen. So definitely there are succession plans that we must have, and we don't plan to be here forever. So definitely would love to handle, because I like to sit down in my house, watch TV, and see young people and just handing over and taking over. And that's my desire, and that's our long-term goal. Finally, as we wrap up, I have to thank the management of TVC. Your view will be nothing without, we have our director, Olanri Olukunle. He's an amazing leader. He's been able to, he pays attention to the show, and he always calls me that, Morel, this is the direction, this is what I do. And he calls us when we have when we goof. He calls us, you know, and he's been a great leader. Mr. Andrew Halland, you see, I need to write another book on Andrew, because aside from Mr. Lemmy, who was there from the beginning and still is there today, Andrew pushes me. He was the one that made me wake up to understand the impact and the leadership that I had. I never saw it like that way. He brought that out on me. He took me like, Morel, you're leading this team. You got to see that, you know. And I'm like, I did not know. I don't know. So he was a great impact on my growth, and the entire management of TVC. Thank you so much for the support. That was consistent. Thank you, all the team members. I don't want to start mentioning names now because I'll forget somebody. But those are the key people right now. But we're grateful to God. We're going to go on a break now. Any final words, ladies?
We also have a traditionalist, so it's not just a Muslim, Christian
YK
traditionalist.
Yes, YK and our creator. Also, we appreciate YK for being real. We wanted YK because Mr. Musa was specific about this. I mean, I wanted different ages. I wanted different women. I wanted women from different spheres of life. So we had auditioned. We wanted two people. Auntie Taiwo Adejumo and YK. They're the two that we wanted. Elderly. Both of them actually were on the show. But I think Auntie Taiwo had to move on to do other things. So YK was the only other person that we had. So it was great to have older people in the mix too. Always bring us back to, you know, balance it.
YK that doesn't want to be old. YK is young, Jerry.
Okay, I think I have one more final call. Samuel, are you there?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, happy anniversary to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It's a very beautiful program, and I'm an unrepentant follower.
Thank you.
So please keep it up. You ladies are not just beautiful, but you have beautiful brains.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That is one thing I appreciate in all of you. Please keep it up, and you are an influencer. You have influenced lives, millions of lives, and please keep touching lives positively.
Thank you, sir.
And we will keep supporting you.
Thank you very much. So on that note, I think that's all we can take on this. When we come back, reality check. 200 kids were just abducted in United States. Stay with us. We'll be right back.